What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Log in. Let some more people get in here real quick before I get started. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Trying to get up in here. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm trying to get some more people in here real quick before I start. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to get people in here real quick, y'all. Hold on one second. Be patient with me. Mm. All right, cool. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Um, I put it on my Instagram story earlier today because today I'm trying to start doing more live streams. I just feel like these are more efficient for me. I don't have to overthink exactly what I want to talk about. Just know what topic I probably gonna talk about and just roll from there. I just think that it's the best for me because editing everything is great. Don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes you got to put your content out there, and then once it's out there, you can start, doing more your fine tune editing and all the other stuff. So I just know what I want to do and what I want to be consistent in, and I feel like this is pretty consistent for me. So today I put it in my story on my Instagram and everything. I wanted to ask people exactly what they wanted to see and stuff like that. And I was trying to avoid this subject because I feel like it's kind of oversaturated at this point. But it has to be talked about. And the topic is dating. Okay, we talking about we talking about dating in 2024, and I know that it's been I know it's definitely has been a hard time in the dating world these last man. I didn't even say last year. I say like it's been like this probably for the last maybe 4 years, if I had to guess. But pandemic on, it's been pretty difficult. And the difficulty comes from like I think from both sides not understanding each other. It's the first thing. Like we first have to understand each other before we can get anywhere. And even trying to like progress as an any relationship we have in life, like you have to come from a heart of understanding and also being in a mindset to where you're understanding that everything in their relationship is a give and take, no matter if it's your spouse or it's your friend. Like every relationship has a give and take, and we throughout time we grow and we should be more understandable of this concept, but it's not like that anymore. And I've asked multiple people like what's going on, and I don't know the source, but I've been keep hearing the source is social media. Social media has driven this type of culture, um, and it's not helping and being conducive to anything. I think that social media has made it a bit more difficult to like have a long lasting genuine relationship. Because when you think about when you were younger, right? Let's think about when you were, let's say you were 10, 11 years old. You weren't caring about the person you liked having a car, having a house, having a place, and all this stuff. Like, seeing somebody post and they were talking about how, like, when your younger years, like the most pure your love is. Like this how the and it's the truth because you don't care about none of materialistic at that point. You're just more so just like la la la, I like her or she like me, and life is like that. But when you get older, everything gets real, everything gets serious, and it's to the point to where like people have to be resourceful or have something because it's harder on a relationship if somebody is doing all of everything and somebody else not doing anything. It's like a give and take too on that. But I'm waiting to get some more people in here real quick. Hold on one second, y'all. Have patience with me. Y'all got any questions I could put in here? Oh, what's up, Queen? I see you. What up, Queen? Thanks for coming through. We're definitely gonna get to these questions soon. Definitely get on that. So make sure y'all put y'all questions here y'all got. And if y'all have any comments about what I'm saying, like definitely go into that too, because this is definitely a transparent platform, man. And I'm not one of the people that ignore questions. Now if I had like, maybe 3,000-4,000 people in here, it'd be different. But right now, I'm definitely more so focused on what the topic is for today. So we're talking about dating. I know that it has been very, very difficult for a lot of people right now. And trust me, I know. Now, the goal of this, I don't know. The goal of this, I'm not really sure how it looks like in the end. I just know right now, man, it just sucks. It just sucks on how we treat each other as human beings right now. It's not really the best. I hope that people understand that too, is that we have to treat each other better as human beings, man. That's first and foremost. Before we even get into any dating stuff, like we can't do that. Like we gotta continue to be better and be what we need to be for others. Hold on. When are men approaching? Hold on a sec. I'm looking at it. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting to your question. 1 second. Let me put this on here and I can be able to focus because this is getting crazy. All right. All right, y'all. Okay, so question we got: when men are approaching single mothers, are they actually approaching them because they're interested or they feel they're easier to get in bed? Woo! Dang. I can only speak from my experience, but I do know that there are people out there that have a way different perspective from me. Okay, now let's go into the single mother thing. Let's be real. Okay, now when we go into stats, I have to look them up. I'm pretty sure it's like around, I think 60 or 70% of men are raised by their mothers, right? Which means that they most likely were in a single parent home. Now, with that being said, you would see a lot of men that may probably gravitate toward women that are single mothers because they are more nurturing. Because the single woman with no kids, she may still have nurturing tendencies, but they aren't really activated because you don't get to see that because she don't have children. When she does have children, you can see her nurturing effect. When she's single with no kids, she probably has like a dog or something like that, or some sort of pet that you can see her nurturing tendencies with. That most likely would be the way that the guy can like gauge her. I think that right now in society, you can see a lot of men that consider themselves high value men. Like I know there's a stigma quote to say, but a lot of men consider themselves. Some men consider themselves high value men, which means that hey, I make a certain amount of money. I got my stuff together, blah blah. So I'm a different echelon of man. So that comes with ego, right? So with that happening, that person, the high value man, he definitely dated a single mother, or he may date a woman with multiple kids, depending on how he feels, because he feels like he's in the position where he can date multiple people. Now, if you're in a position where you feel like you can date multiple people, right, you're definitely going to see the benefits and the pros and cons of all these situations between the single parent and the single woman. You will see what is the the best that aligns with you. Now, as far as the if they're easier in bed part, that's dependent upon the man because some dudes can be, out on these dates, stuff like that, and don't even get in bed at all. Like they just go on a date and that'll be it. And they may have a perception where it's like, oh man, I ain't getting none, or they probably was trying to pursue but got rejected, right? And they back at square one. Now there are dudes that do try to date women that have less than them. So like there are men out there that date women that are not at the same level as them, which means that when they know that, they try to do things to make sure that they're asset. So like let's say for example, there's some guy that makes six figures, right? Out there single, living time in his life. He meets a single parent that lives in not the best area of town and has like 2, 3 kids. He knows off top, like if he goes and date her, she's gonna treat him like a king because he knows that he can add more value to her life. He probably can get her out of the apartment. He probably can get her into a house or something or whatever, but he just knows that he's an asset. A single woman that got her own stuff may not even need that. She just gonna be looking at him like, hey, I already got my house, or I already got this. So what are you, here for, right? Like, but not saying that in a disrespectful way, just saying that her mentality is like she don't need a man. She's doing everything that a man would do, and this is what the new thing is, that a lot of women have masculine energy because they're doing everything that men would do. The only thing that they lack is protection, mainly what it seems like at this point. And they buying guns for that. So at that point, it's like, well, I'm safe overall, so it is what it is. But when you go to these clubs and all this other stuff, it ain't the same story. You know what I'm saying? The wolves are out there. Like, I think that's one thing that I was telling people, like, the wolves are out there, man. Like, when it comes to like dating and stuff, the wolves are out there. They're not just sitting there actually being there and like, hey, I'm doing this and doing that. Nah, bro. Like these wolves are out here, they're out here like real deal on some shicey stuff, right? So just be cognizant of it. And I wouldn't necessarily say that a single mother would give it up easier. The reason being is because a single mother has children, right? So like unless he has his own place, right, and they on a date or whatever, the odds of him like the easier piece will probably come from him like welcoming her into his home or something like that, because she's not most likely she's not going to invite him to her home where her kids sit and they do whatever. Like, so it makes it difficult, a little bit more difficult than with the girl that just single with her own place, right? So that's how it is. I'll look at another question. The reason that I asked this is because there's stigma and connotation that people place on single mothers. They assume hypersexual because they see kids in the picture. Yeah. So whoever is thinking like that, they definitely are promiscuous to another level. Because when you see a single mother, most men would just see that she's nurturing, right? Or see that she's nurturing, also see that she's attractive, right? This is the first two top things they'll see, especially if their kid is with them. Like if you're outside somewhere with your kid and you all are going to, let's say y'all going to Walmart or whatever, and some random dude is there and he see that you make sure your kid getting this candy or whatever. Like he'll see that it's great, you know what I'm saying? And obviously he has the option to either talk to you right then and there, or he makes a decision to be like, hey, I'm gonna just chill, or I'm gonna get her number, whatever it may be. I say I didn't say because when it comes to seeing these single mothers out here, man, it's slippery slope. It's slippery slope. And the reason I say that is because I've dated a single mother before. So I know what that entails. And it was a very, very huge learning experience for me, because me not having children and then dating somebody with children was a big learning curve for me. I feel like that. Like I learned a lot. I learned a lot about like the dynamic of like that situation of like seeing that person with the being a single mother and how they were balancing life and what their balance looked like for them, and what I saw like, oh man, there's a lot going on, and then seeing how you want to have the personal life balance with it. We're going out too, and seeing how equal or unequal it can be. Like I've been in it and seeing it. The hypersexual piece. Only way a dude probably could think about her being hypersexual is if they sleep with more single mothers than sleeping with single women. That's the only way I could see them like think about their connotation, because everybody has a different sex drive. So it's kind of like, it's like, okay, I'm dating her, she got kids or whatever. Oh, she got kids, so I think she's gonna be more sexual. That's kind of immature, man. Like, I think even you posted it, Queen, like you talking about that, like d- people are different maturity levels at different ages, and it comes with the territory of life, right? Like you learn as you go, and the more you learn, the more you're going to actually benefit from being a better dating person. And I also believe that if people would consider the consideration of like removing the sex piece, like remove it from it, what they look like for you. Like, let's say you was in a world. Let's say we was in a world. Let's be real. Let's say we was in a world where you literally couldn't have sex until you were married. Like, you was like you would have life in prison if you had sex with anybody before marriage, right? Let's be real. Like, let's say that was something that was put in place. No sex at all before marriage. You only get to have sex unless you marry somebody. Now, dating would look completely different. Like, I promise you it will, because 9 times out of 10, people gonna eliminate people left and right. It's gonna be elimination of everything. Like, okay, don't want her, don't want her, don't want her, don't want her. Okay, I'm narrowing down all the way to the top two. I'm at the top two now, and I know that I want to marry one of them, and I'm gonna figure out what that is. The factor can't be sex, because I haven't had sex with them, right? So, what is the one of the biggest characters in this? Well, the biggest character in this person that put them over the hump, right? So that is one of the biggest things that I hope that men would definitely consider more of, because us as men, bro, we when we kids and young, we just automatically off the rip, like like off the rip, just like sex or like physical touch or whatever it may be, like it's like automatically on top, like a dopamine spike learning these things, like, and it's a lot. It's a lot, man. And then if you add corn to it, I can't say the word, but if you add corn to that, you know what corn is, right? Add corn to all of that, that's gonna make the dopamine in the mind like be way sporadic. Like, you're gonna be like, what is going on with as far as being a young man in America, or in young man in general. I don't need anybody to be American in general. Like, it is, everything is over hypersexualized. Now, mind you, when I was younger, we didn't have the sexy rigs of the world and all that stuff. Like, that wasn't even like a thing. We definitely had like the Pretty Rickies and stuff, right? That did say all these different sexual innuendos, but it wasn't as blatant as it is now. Like, imagine being a teenager now, or like being 15, 16 and hearing this stuff on the radio that's going on. You will definitely, know that, hey, this stuff is wild. It's just on the radio, but it's also an agenda to it, right? So, like, it takes you to another level when it comes to being a proper dater, right? A proper dater, and what that is. And my way may not be the best way, but I know things that I do when I'm dating is not normal. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, we did have Trina, Lakim, and Kai. Yeah, they were out there, but I don't feel like the impact was as big as like a Sexy Red now or Glorilla. It's not like that. 93. I was talking about, like, looking from the years of, what are you talking about? Teenage years. So that mean 2008 to 2000, well, really 2006, 2007, all 2011 and 12, right? Let's go there. I can't remember. I don't think Trina had a hit or Lil Kim had a hit. There was just, throughout the whole, time. I know we had Soldier Boy and them. I think their Laughing to Every song was something like sexual. I think, I'm not sure, but it wasn't like blatant as like a Sexy Red. This thing, but I think that it is at the same time. We have those different. We didn't have instant Facebook. That's true. Now people look at me and people are like ordering something offline. Wow, this is wild. Hey, this is wild. This said ordering something offline. Hey, this is wild. Hey, that's wild for real. Hold on, man. You did not just say that. Hold on. I gotta put this all up here so everybody can see when they look at it. But yeah, so that question, when men are a part of single mother, we already attacked it, right? And we put that on there too. So yeah, so we didn't have instant Facebook. Now people look at me, people like order something offline if they don't like it. And if they return it and click another person profile, do the same thing. You know what started that though? Tinder. Tinder started that whole swipe stuff, man. That was a whole game changer. Now, granted, we didn't have it at that level back then because I think like Facebook just lifting off like around 2008 or 7. I think it was established way before then, but it was just like lifting off, and we were having accounts in like teenage years around like 2007, 2008. So it wasn't that big. And then Tinder, I think Tinder came out 2013 or 12, one of the two. So this started the whole swipe left, this whole thing, this whole swiping stuff started from there. So at that point, that's where we are now, right? So this is where we begin. So it sucks, but that is so true. And it's connected to a lot of other things. And that's why I recommend people to do your deep work. Like we talked about this before. Deep work is you trying to unclog all of the stuff that's in this tub. Like when you think about a tub and if you don't wash it for like a whole 6 months, let's say you don't wash the tub for 6 months, you know how much gunk and grime and black and all this random dirt will be in there, and you finally try to clean it, it's gonna be tough. Think about that for your life. Think about all the toxic stuff that you probably do. You know, just being real. Like let's say the drinking, the smoking, the immorality sexually or whatever it is. Like think about all the stuff that you do that you're like, man, that ain't the best decision for me, but I do it anyway, right? So when you think of life like that, you think about years of compound interest on that. When you take a step back, you look at your life and like, man, I need to do better with this. This is what you become. You become a person that's more accountable. Where like, hey, I wanna clean this up out, dude. Like I'm tired of doing the same thing. I'm tired of being in the same situation. I'm tired of doing a vicious cycle. And when you get tired of it, you will start actually seeing yourself change for the better. And then also, which is key, you can be a testimony to others. And then if you are dating somebody or you do be in dating world again, you're gonna actually be way more refined and established. Like yesterday, I was talking about how how you want your year to end. Like what you want December 31st to look like. What you want to look like. And this doesn't have to be dating related, but like in general, what do you want your December 31st to look like? It's a very important thing because your December 31st is your own personal goal for yourself and what you want that to be. It's definitely going to be something that your own preference for. But when you look about that, you think about dating, and then people that are dating, man, I know it's hard out here to date, and it's hard to look at these videos of people talk about dating like almost every other day or every day, right? Because we all, know that, especially with it being A, B, and people in this world, we weren't created to be alone. Like that ain't how we supposed to be living life alone. It's not how it's supposed to be. We supposed to be full of relationships and stuff like that, with friendships and all of that, and love and all of that. That's how it's supposed to be. But now a lot of taint is everywhere, man. Like you don't have friends you trust. You don't have a lot of people around you. You like, I feel like that for me. It's a thing. It's definitely a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but it's the reality we live in. It takes time to get to where we want to go in life, but at the end of the day, we have to do what needs to be done. Let's see. All right. Y'all, y'all got any other questions? Because this I really did not want to talk about hold on. I definitely this is like one of the only times that I'll talk about dating, honestly, is because it's super oversaturated. We got another one, Dominican. You said we're in a different spiritual realm now than we were years ago. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. We definitely are. I think that's like very, very imperative because that's a huge piece, man. You talk about like being in a world where all of this stuff is cool. Dang. We live in a world now where all this stuff cool, man. So like you whatever you believe as far as like your religion and stuff like that, and Christianity and like that, like you can see that a lot of these principles are being taken away day by day. It's at a level now where it's just taken for granted. Like, and the people that and the people, some of the people that are in the church. And I ain't trying to go too deep into this, bro. Even the people that are in the church, right, that are avidly in the church, we seen a lot of people have seen them be some of the shadiest people too. You know what I'm saying? So it was a time where, when you were a deacon and stuff like that, it was like a badge of honor. Like it just wasn't just anybody being a deacon, right? Like it was rules to this. It was rules to be a pastor. Like right now, you can be a pastor right now. Like, yeah, I'm being real. You can be a pastor right now. I'm not even lying. Like, you can be a pastor right now if you want to, and you can have your own like online YouTube church university, and nobody will question you. And not saying you may not be right or wrong with your doctrine, but that's where it's at now. There's no rules for none of this stuff no more. The process of doing this stuff from the ground up is like obsolete, and I don't even know why. It's crazy. Like you gotta have some type of structure somewhere. You can't just wake up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." But people do that a lot. A lot. It happens way more often now than it has to be. It's sad though, but it's true. We live in this type of world. I wish we were in more in a. I wish it was more in a time where it was a little bit more simple. Because right now life is not simple, man. The economy not simple. Inflation not simple. A lot of these things going on, bro. It's just not simple at all. I wish that it can be better for everyone. I pray that it does. But right now we in a time where it's real, real dark. Like really is. But don't focus on that though. Don't focus on what you can't control. Focus on what you can control. And there's really controlling this up here. This is the biggest thing, man. Because if you ain't got this right, bro, it's over for real. I mean, people can say all day, man. Hey, I overeat or I drink or I do all this other stuff, but bro, this what gets you out of here, bro. For real. This what gets you out of here. This and stress. It's OV. OV. And that's real. Like that's real stuff right there. Like if you ain't got this right and you not really in the mode to really focus on your mental health, bro, like you need to get on that ASAP, big dog. I don't care who you are, bro. Whoever watching this, bro, y'all need to get on it because time is of the essence. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say this to you all if I wasn't doing this myself. Like I'm practicing when I'm preaching on this, bro. Like you have to find you a therapist, bro. You got to. If you don't find a therapist soon, you gonna have a point in your life where you have a breakdown and you don't want that to happen. Like you just don't want to go there. It ain't no point. Like you gotta really take care of yourself all around. Because if you can't take care of yourself, how you gonna be able to date whoever it is out there? If you're not able to do the things that need to be done to refine yourself, how you gonna be able to be that person then? You ain't gonna be able to be that. In no way. You delusional if you think you do though. You delusional in the mug. That's just being real. I wish that we weren't in a time where I'm glad we are in a time where people are holding people accountable, but I think right now a lot is on the man too. And then what I mean by that is not saying it from a victim way. I'm talking about like from a men need to do this, men need to do that. Like this was being preached a lot. Like men need to do that. When this is heightened, a lot of the stress is on the man, right? So like when you own them different realms, man, it definitely changes your mindset. I think that I definitely believe that the more that you actually work on yourself, man, the better your life will become. If you don't work on yourself in a serious way, like I'm not talking about like I'm explaining this. I'm not talking about the facade, man. Like everybody living on this facade. And I really believe now at this point in life, bro, these people just really be in modes where they they just want to put something out there or put something out there for people to grasp on, to latch on. But like, bruh, that ain't it, dog. It ain't. It ain't. Just think that right now we're in a time where we need to be focused more so on bettering ourselves. That's just it. Better not say like whatever it may be. And with that being said, if you do have things you need to work on, bro, create you a list. Create a list. Okay. Whatever the list is for you, man, you need to create your list right now. I don't care what it is. Like if you haven't been to therapy, you need to bring a list. Hey, find a therapist. If you ain't been to the gym and you ain't eating right, find you a gym, find you a diet you can follow properly for at least a month and a half to 2 months, and then you work on yourself. And working on yourself is definitely hitting the pillars spiritually, physically, mentally, and financially. These are four things you need to be worried about, all right? And this is just me preaching to not just men, but in general. Like these four things are the key to like the ultimate form of wealth. Is you hit these four things, man, you'll be straight. I know I heard it all the time where people talk about how, yeah, health is wealth and all this stuff. It is. Health is wealth. Your health has to be number one. It's physical, right? Your mental, like I said, it's therapy. Your spiritual, that's your religion, and all of that, studying and reading the Bible or studying whatever religion you follow. For financially, that's investing, thinking about the ways to make money work for you, working whatever job you're working, getting a second job, whatever it may be, saving money. These are all things that are going to get you to where you got to be. Because as a coach, my goal is to help you get to that point in your life to where you like, hey, I got it all figured out. And if you don't have it all figured out, you know a path to get you to the point you got it figured out. And you may not know it all, right? But you still got lessons to learn along the way. So you definitely will have times where you feel that you may not have hit the mark, may not have done this, may not have done that. But for you, what you got to do to help your life get better. I know I went off on that dating tangent a little bit, but I have to stay there too because I wanted to talk about the ways to where dating can bring more alignment for the person you dating, or just you being a good person to date in general. Because women be sensing stuff off top. The women be sensing stuff off top, man. They know off top what type of dude you are, and most time they probably already did their research before they went on a date with you. To be honest. Hold on. All right. So I'm asking the question to the group is what y'all think are different things that help me in the dating world. Like what is something that would, as far as a woman perspective, like what is something that a man can do to improve his chances of like dating and stuff? Like what is that for you? Because I've seen this post recently, and this post, I gotta read it, man, because I wish I could put it on the screen. I probably can't put it on the screen. Let me see if I know how to do it. If I can find it. So the post was basically explaining things set yourself apart in dating. Yeah, so like it was crazy. It was basically saying like it basically was talking about how like all the things you need to do as a man to set yourself apart when it comes to dating. Um, yeah, yeah. If it is here you go. It says if you're a man that doesn't know how to set yourself aside from other men she's dating, openness, right? So these are the list of things she says. The first thing she said, on the way to her house, call to ask if she needs anything. We rarely do, but ask every time. You don't like being you don't like doing big stuff. Say a store where she can only get small stuff like I'm gonna go to gas station, you want anything. So this first one, I think this is pretty simple, man. It's just a regular it's just a regular like good gesture, right? Like this sounds fine. Like I don't there's something that is not outrageous. Every time you leave a house, check to see if the trash needs to be taken out. Now there's something this based on now dating. Sometimes depending on how far you are dating, you probably ain't gonna go to that person's house anyway. But let's say you do that and you do that, cool. That ain't really crazy. So I say send lunch money or lunch. At that point, this when it gets kind of more like, okay, can we just kind of poke the brakes a little bit? Because Sending lunch money or lunch. Sending it. Not saying that I'm gonna go with lunch with you. I'm going to send lunch money, right? Or lunch. Now, great gesture, great gesture. Especially if we were in a relationship and I can't make it to lunch with you. Okay, bet I see you the money. Net, we're just gonna go on this date. This is what it is. Date her, don't nobody want no pen pal. So this what I think is in the realm of the South. Like I think a lot of people in that type of realm where they just talking and not going out and stuff. And I do believe just talking on the phone or whatever is definitely a huge benefit before you actually go out on that date. Like you definitely should do that. Now you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing this for 2, 3, 4 months though. Just like as a push, but there should be definitely something you wait on. But you got to go out at some point. You can't just text the whole time. Unless y'all long distance, that's different. You know, I'll take you to a five-star restaurant. It could be a restaurant like Applebee's or something. It could be a staple in your city that has good food and vibes, which is cool. But if you're in a competition, which in this dating realm, you are in competition with somebody, you probably got to step it up the net because old boy may have took it somewhere else. And you got to always assume that he didn't take us to the Applebee's. All right, so I let y'all men know that. If you ain't got it, don't spend it. We really don't want to hear you call your homeboy for the fake 10,000 he owe you. They seriously want to talk about when you get where. Hey man, so this cap. This them the cap people. And that's what I'm saying. Some people don't got good intuition, man, when it comes to dating. Y'all, some people just be dating any and everybody just because they can. And that's not always a good thing because you can be dating, but it don't mean that you actually in a point where you feel like this person ain't capping, right? Because a lot of people do be capping and they will continue to do whatever they're doing throughout the relationship. Early red flags, what I call those. Early red flags. I definitely believe early red flags are something people should pay attention to. Because if you don't do that, boy, you're going to be in a world of hurt later. That's a whole nother story for content. Taking away, hold on. What we got up here? We got taking time away to do homework on yourself and look at your past dating experiences. Coach yourself on how to be better in those areas. Now, that is a great thing for somebody that knows how to take accountability. Now, a person that don't know how to take accountability, they're going to need somebody to coach them. I need somebody to let them know what they're doing wrong because the lack of accountability is a lack of growth. And if you can't take accountability for anything you did in the past 6, 7 months or a year, you ain't gonna be able to date right. You just not. And this all stems from, the breakup situation, how long they've been not in relationship, whatever. There's all those different realms, man. So this definitely something for somebody that's if you're a person that holds yourself accountable, yes. Write out the things that you did correctly in relationship, things you did wrong in relationship, things that you did right dating, things you did wrong dating. Like you can do simple stuff. Hey, yep, I was moving too fast. Yep, I was moving too fast. I did this, right? I was trusting that person too early, or like I didn't make the person work for me, or like work as far as like put in effort to date me. Like men and women both are guilty of this. Like the person that you're dating, it shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't be a super easy access for everything, right? It should be gradually over time. It gets improved, right? And it just takes time to get to those points. We got Applebee's the new McDonald's. Applebee's new McDonald's. Yeah, it is new McDonald's. It is. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree that it is. I definitely agree that it is. I believe that it is something that this is difficult. What I'm about to say. I'm so sorry. I'm about this quote I'm about to say. All right, guys, bro. If you don't know how to properly date, just don't do it. I'm sorry. Men and women, across the board accountability. I don't want to be straight on no Kevin Samuels or AMS, whatever. Like I'm just like, hey, if you can't properly date, don't do it. Just definitely be in a situation where you are prepared, because I personally believe I don't like Applebee's like that. So I don't think Applebee's is a great first date. That's just me. And that whole thing about the Cheesecake Factory, I don't even like Cheesecake Factory, so it'd never be somewhere I offer, but it was a big deal for some reason. And I'm just like, it is what it is. So at this point, I think that Applebee's is it may be a option for like somebody that likes Applebee's. But like for example, I'll go to Chili's instead of Applebee's, right? Chili's is kind of like the same thing, but I really go to Chili's. But for a first date, I don't know where the criteria may lie. Yeah, so basically at this point now, man, the dating process is changed completely. I do recommend that you all talk to these people on the phone before you even go in public with these people. That's the first thing. That's rule number one. Number two, the first date where they go is most likely the minimum or like the most the I ain't gonna say low, but it's like probably like the middle or the high, but um it depends on how that person is because some people start off high and they'll take you to like a 5-star restaurant the first date, and they say this person take you to a 5-star restaurant because they quote unquote high value meal or something like that, and they take you to Porch and Parlor or whatever it may be, a Char, whatever it may be, any of these different spots that are 5-star. They take you there, and it may be the peak, right? That may be the best they can do, and everything after that may be either at the level or a little bit lower, but they may vary it out. Like the first day may be high, next day may be like like I'm thinking about places everybody know, be like a TGI Friday, which is closed. Stop it, or like what they call the things, crab bag, whatever they call it, seafood bag, seafood bowl bag, whatever. That can be an option. But also, the first day can be a walk in the park. You can go share farms, whatever, or you can do anything kind of adventure. I think that right now a lot of the stuff be kind of boring because do the same thing on and over again. It's not even exciting as it used to be. It used to be super exciting. It at times it's supposed to be exciting dating somebody. You're supposed to be looking forward to that moment to spend time with somebody that you're learning and enjoying the time that y'all get. Like it should be definitely something that's beneficial for both of you all and enjoying your time with each other. Because if you can't enjoy your time with the person on a date with, man, it's just kind of like it's kind of to the points where you just start like, hey, I'm just not gonna date them like that, or I'm not going to put myself in a situation to date them for a extended period of time because everybody's on the time at this point. Everybody on some type of time. Um, but yeah, so what are good first date ideas now? Like and I'm talking specifically in the South. I mean, the North, I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about New York and all of that. I'm not sure. But as far as the South go, I don't know really what may be considered like these good first dates, man. These first dates may vary. May vary. I personally think like the talking on the phone is the big gauge, and it's like not a first date, but it's definitely a gauge to see what type of person you're dating. Because you can be dating somebody that may have dated an ex-NBA player, and you don't know that. You would not know that until you get to that first date. And you're like, oh my gosh, bro, she didn't date this dude, bro. Like, how am I even try? Like, I can't even put his name in the hat. Like, ain't no way. And most time, most dudes don't ask about stuff like that. Most guys don't do that. It's really not even no point. But if you freely tell the person, hey, yeah, I used to date so and so that played for the league, all right, dude may say, all right, bet, or you may be like, okay, let me do this. But it is no way you compete with, man, if you're not in them different spaces, man, if you're not in a space where you are in the league or in the NBA or NFL, you can't compete with them dudes, man. It's just not going to be competition. It's just, you can only, you're going to have to play for your heart, like some little basketball stuff. Play for your heart. Because if you don't play for your heart, you're gonna lose every time, man. You're gonna lose, dog. Because at the end of the day, man, money be talking sometime, and some women are super materialistic. So man, be careful if she did date some type of dude like that, bro. Just be careful. Please, Jesus, be careful. Because your feelings get hurt real bad. Real bad. Oh, Shan Shaw made a good point, man. I gotta talk about that next. Got a mental note. All right. Ice cream, painting, seals, pottery, movie. Okay, I agree with the first three. The movie when I question it because you don't really talk in the movie. You can talk doing pottery, talk doing painting, talk doing ice cream. Movie you can't really talk like that. Now dinner in the movie, yeah, that's dope. But just going meet up and go to the movie, you really don't get the experience. You get to experience the movie together, but you don't get to know each other with that movie as far as the first date. So I definitely add dinner to that at the end, or add it before you go to the movie, of course, but then the movie, right? Shannon Sharp was talking about, well, he was talking about single mothers. He was talking about how he used to spend out of these women houses, man. It was dangerous for him. And he was like, these dudes pulled up and stuff like that. Hey, man, that's some Memphis stuff too, dog. Like, that is real life stuff that happens in Memphis a lot. That happens in Memphis a lot, y'all. So, like, be careful out there, man, when it comes to spending out of these women house stuff like that, bro. Please, I do not recommend. Don't do that. I'm dating those types, but I don't start out materialistic. I don't start. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So when you date those type of dudes, those type of guys, I believe is a whole different situation. I don't think it's like the normal average guy. And what I'm saying by average guy is like the dude goes to work every day, make his money, pay his bills. Like that dude. That dude compared to that level type of guy, two different experiences. Two different experiences. Like I know somebody that had, I guess somebody like bought a flight for them to go like not overseas. I forgot where they went. They went somewhere. It wasn't overseas, but it was something like random flight that was last minute, right? And the person paid for it because they wanted to see them, and they went to see them and all this stuff, and came back, and it was just like, yeah, there's something that the average guy probably can't do, right? Or doesn't want to do. It's definitely one of the things that we have to consider is, hey, let's just try to get through this. I do believe that it happens way more often now because a lot of the gap is happening now. The gap, like the wealth gap, all that stuff is kind of why it's happening. So now, like a lot of women either dating a lot of men to have different experiences and to like obviously see who they like the most and all that stuff. But then on the men perspective end, they probably dating most women too, but they pockets a hit every single time. Like it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no, hey, this person gonna cover this whole day. It ain't happening. So like when it comes to women, you all get the opportunity to like literally experience a person to they, I guess, not full potential, but semi to medium potential. See them in their realm and put in the work they got to put in to date you. They gotta do what they gotta do, but at the same time, they probably won't do everything, especially if they know that you dating multiple people. Like some dudes aren't competitive and they definitely will bow out gracefully. Like if they find out you dating like 8 or 9 dudes, they probably not gonna date you like seriously. Like if you be that transparent about it, because some women just say, "Hey, I'm dating 2 dudes right now, or dating just you," and it's not bad. But if you dating 3 and up, 4 and up, what am I gonna do about that? Like how I'm gonna stand out, right? Go back to the question. How I'm gonna stand out? It really, I'm not gonna do the same stuff I always do, whatever. I'm because it's like I'm putting myself at risk at this point because I ain't gonna be able to do it that needs to be done. Life is gonna be kind of crazy at that point. So we got to figure out what that medium really is. And at that point, we really ain't gonna know what it is or what it look like. So it take time to get to that. And dating right now is not helping at all. Ain't making it better at all, man. I wish that it did, but it ain't making it better. It is making it more so okay, basically. But other than that, it just is what it is. I do think that over time it'll get better, but it's right now it's just not where it's at. As far as like this round we in, we definitely in the round now where it's just oversaturation across the board. Oversaturation. I hope that it gets better. I hope that people are able to actually understand the process of dating, which is the biggest part, and understanding themselves. Because you understand yourself, man, it'll be fine. I mean, because at that point you won't need that. And some people, looking for companionship, just somebody to go out with here and there. stuff like that, and not really asking for anything else. Just to have that companionship, somebody there, somebody that probably don't got that dog or whatever, right? Like I don't want to spend time with somebody, go eat out to eat, whatever, go about my business. So it's different different levels to this thing, man, and different perspectives across the board. It just right now it's just super saturated, like every single time. Like I think the dude, what's his name, Trip or whatever, that's on the tonight's conversation when they be traveling and stuff. Like he do make some valid points about how a lot of this stuff is going on right now, and it's been going on for a while. It just calling people out on their stuff is kind of a hard thing to do because at the end of the day, the person has to want to change within themselves. It's not really more so about you and what you're doing. It's just more so like, hey, what does that person want out of me, and what are the things that I'm doing to better myself in that? Like, what am I doing to improve it? And some people can't answer that question. Some people can't answer what am I doing better or what am I improving in my life. Some people be in the same situation they've been in for years, haven't even want to change at all, but then they want to date all these other people. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, man. All right, what other questions y'all got, man, about dating? Any other dating questions? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do probably a couple more, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm really trying to do like get close to an hour on this one, man, because I feel that we definitely in around where these type of lives are needed because this I don't know how to describe it. These type of lives are needed because at this point now, man, it's getting ridiculous, bro. Like these standards are outrageous. These mindsets are becoming outrageous, and then it comes to the point to where you still end up by yourself. So it's like, what's the point? I'm out here dating and actively dating all this stuff, but now, man, end up in the same situation because I end up uh, following what I felt was good for me or worked for me, but it didn't, right? So it kind of sucks, knowing that reality too. You can be on all these shows, you can try to, get to know these different people and date multiple people, but then in the day, man, you still be by yourself after a certain period of time, especially if it's not by choice. Let's say you really wanted to actually be in a relationship with somebody and they didn't want to be with you or whatever. Like those types of situations, way different than you saying, "Hey, I ain't gonna be in a relationship for 4 or 5 years, or I ain't gonna be in a relationship for this time frame." So it's all based on you and what you feel like is best for you. It's just gonna take time and patience, of course, but it's all gonna work out though for sure. It's just gonna take a little bit more time. Make sure you all share, comment, subscribe, and everything because I'm doing lives. I'm not gonna say I'm doing it every day, but I'm just getting the topic and talking about it because at this point now, this all I really feel like is the most beneficial because doing everything else has helped, but a lot of people really like this one-on-one type of feel. They like to feel more connected, and live provides it because when I upload a video, like of course I can respond to your comments on there, but it's different getting it in real time. And that's what this provides. Live provides it. And it's definitely one of the better parts of the actual live, social media world, right? That's where we at now. And then but in it, y'all, like I can't think of nothing else really to talk about because at this point now, man, it's stuff that I don't want to repeat. Sorry, I just saw your post. First dates are the only dates men can get away with being cheap. That is true. It's facts. The first date's the only one. Yeah, I think that first date, the only one you get away with, bro. Everything after that, bro, on your head. On your head after that. I don't think there's no escaping after that. That first date. But you better go get that coffee real quick because you ain't gonna get no coffee no more. You ain't gonna coffee no more after that, bro. Coffee done. Coffee donezo after this. Ain't no more coffee after this, bro. It's over. So you only got a certain amount of time, bro. You go get that, it's over. Gotta do what you gotta do, big dog. Because you only got a matter of time. Now, I don't think that many people go on coffee dates, right? Like that all the time. But if you do get the opportunity to, boy, I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna be something that you're gonna be like, I know she ain't gonna let me go get no coffee again. Ever. Ever. It's all time to get away for this. But y'all got it though, man. I wish everybody the best though. with the dating and their journey with dating. I hope you find yourself in the process before you even get to the point to where you are but really before you get to the point to where you just give up on relationships. Like you got you got time. Oh, so I'm bad, y'all. Mhm. Yeah, so I really don't. Y'all got. I know y'all got one more question. I need one more question. Oh, zero. No, ain't nobody out here. Let me try to find a day question real quick. I'll find one. I'll find one. Hold on. Uh, all right. So dating questions. So yeah. So I guess the first date, man. The first date is imperative, dude. I'm talking about the first date a little bit. The first date is imperative, bro, because there could be where stuff go left real quick, real quick. I hope that you all know that that's where everything can go left. Okay, the first date is like we ain't meeting our representatives. We getting down to it, figuring out what's going on. Off top, we try to figure out is this date number two worthy, four, five, is it worthy? Because if it ain't, I ain't got time for it. All right, so this no, this is gonna be something that I definitely think you all should consider thinking about. The first date is like really your chance to see if this can continue. It is based on your perspective on what you feel. It's definitely gonna be something that takes time to get to, as far as like the date in itself, because the first day you asking a lot of preliminary stuff. Hey, where you work at, what you do, what you like to do for your hobbies, blah blah blah. I ask stuff like, hey, what's your love language? Like it's very important to know that. Very important to know that, dude. Like if you don't know the love language, figure it out as soon as possible, bro, because it will get crazy later. So if you need to know if top this person likes physical touch or not, likes gift giving or not, like you need to know that off top, man. You need to know if they like words of affirmation. A lot of these people, a lot of these different women will say different things, and vice versa. You may not know what your love language is. You need to know be in tune with yourself, figure out what that is for you, because it's gonna take time to get to the point to where you're like, hey man, hey, I know love language out there for sure. Like you could be like that, but you also want to be a point to where you educating and being better with it, and also making sure you're trying to educate that person that you're dating. Like, hey, I just want to know your love language because, like, if I get you edible arrangements, like gift giving, there's no point in me doing it. What you like reservation to mean that text me in the morning and say have a great day helps a lot for you. So those are different things you definitely should think about, especially on the first date. Definitely consider those things, because if you don't consider those things, you're basically gonna kind of not have substance, and substance conversations are key. They really are. They really are key. Just make sure that you do what you need to do to continue that. I do believe that it takes a lot of time for you to really start thinking about stuff you want to ask this person. This person you may not want to this person you may not want to actually ask certain things because it may get a little bit too deep. But you may have times where you say, hey, bro, I do want to talk about this. I do want to talk about that. And you may do it. But it's all about your own perspective. And just know that I do believe that everything happens in time, and it's just all about patience. It really is about patience and knowing what you want, man. Know what you want, and don't have no crazy list, man. Hold on. Don't have no crazy list, dog. Do not have no crazy list, dog. Please don't. Like, don't have no crazy list, man. It's kind of narrow it down. Like I narrow mine all the way down. I want respect and reciprocation. That is all I want. I think this is not hard to ask, but this nothing really more crazy than that. I think this like my biggest thing, because it's hard to find it. I guess it's hard to find that person, man, that really truly is symmetrical with you, right? In a way, in line with you. Kind of hard to find that person sometimes, but it's gonna take time to get there. But you will be able to pursue um, the companionship you need just by having your standards and not breaking them, man. I mean, literally not breaking them, bro. Like, don't compromise, dude. Especially if you're young. I'm talking about. I really say honestly, anything under 40, I think that you can go your standard without compromise. I think over 40 it may change, but I think 30 and under, man, don't compromise your standard, bro. Whatever that may be. Okay, how outlandish it is, you just gotta stick to it. Because once you push the barrier and like go the other way, you're gonna be like, man, why did I even do that? Because I don't even date people like that or date people in these situations, but I did that. Like, you're gonna actually see yourself in the light, like, I wish I could have did better with this. I wish I could have made a wiser decision when dating. And you will definitely have a testimony to tell people, and then you'll be like, I'm not doing that again. So just save yourself the hurt and save yourself the energy of deciding to compromise. Okay, just really think about that, because right now is not the time to compromise, man. It's not. It's too many people in this world for you to compromise your standard right now. That's just true. I wish that you can consider maybe making your list a little bit more shorter. Let's say you got a 3-page, 4-page list for your standard. Change that. Or rip it up. Either one. I don't know. I don't care. Either way, you need to make that list is like 4-page list, bro. This gotta go. It gotta go. You gotta go. And it just not, because the odds of you having somebody that fits all 4 pages, that's when we're gonna go into compromising, right? But it's not compromising because you're literally at a point now where you're going to be doing, you're at a point where you're gonna be really delusional. To be real, you really think somebody out there meet all four pages? Let's be real, man. You gotta find what that is, bro. Because if you, even the women, like, you really think the dude out there gonna meet all 4 pages on your list? 4? Come on, bro. Narrow that down real quick. I think this is the best part about it, because if you don't narrow that down, you got problems. Because at that point, you really gonna be alone, and then at that point, you really gonna be looking at like, man, I wish I ripped up that list. Yeah, you should have ripped it up when you was 15, whatever that list is. Like, stop, no. And the reality of it all, especially for me, man, like, if you ever like been to the hospital recently, like within the last month or two, bro, and seen, like, visit a family member, whatever it may be, hey, man, it's people in there that are going through a lot of stuff. And I personally I met a guy that his wife was sick. He was like, man, it's killing me, man, it's killing me that, she's sick, because she's never really been sick like that. He said, now she's sick, and I don't know really what to do. Obviously, I'll be there for her. It just taking a lot on me. And when he said that, like, dang, bro, like, when I get like 60, 60 and 70 and them upper ages, and I'm still by myself where I'm not married by then, whew, it's a hard pill to swallow, man. Hard pill to swallow. Thinking about that, and thinking about those choices that led up to that, like how many relationships or whatever I denied up until I was 65 or 70 or whatever, because I didn't want to be in a relationship, whatever it may be. Just saying hypothetical, not me, but just hypothetical. Like, if you keep being in a certain way and being single for a certain period of time, when you get to those elder ages, you don't have nobody, at that point, you're going to just have to hold yourself accountable. That's it. Some people do. What some people do? What's this? Hold on. What's that? Some people do. Yeah, some people do got 4 pages. Yeah, people do. Yeah, some people do got 4 pages. I don't get it though. I do not understand that, but people do got that. I just think at this point, man, we got to be realistic, man. Look at it, looking at how everything is, and being in a realistic state of mind is key, and knowing exactly what's happening. Because if you don't pay attention to it, it's crazy. But you all have to literally, man, rip up your list, rip it, reset it, whatever it may be. I don't care what it is consists of. 4 pages is outlandish and delusional. So get the 4 pages out the way. All right. But other than that, so the moral story today, man, dating is crazy right now. It's ridiculous. All thing we can do is just try to improve ourselves as much as we can, make our list reasonable, and have a dope first date and see where it go from there. That's all we can do. That's always in your control. All right. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all be, bro. Peace out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you like this live, man. Put something in there that you may want to see for the next one. I'm just gonna put out topics out there, and if you all like it, cool. If not, cool. I'm sorry. I just jumped on the live. I'm adding extra to a conversation I didn't hear the beginning of. Yeah, I know it's been an hour now. So I'm sorry. I sent the link out late, so I'm gonna do better with advertising this, but I'm just trying to break out my comfort zone. I do believe lives are the future, like I said about earlier, and it's something that's definitely something I like doing. I don't really know how frequently I would do these, but it's definitely getting me back in the realm of putting my face in front of the cameraman and practicing on my craft. If I do it every single day, it'd be fine. But this definitely will be uploaded as soon as I click this button, which is great. And you can go back and look at it. I hope that it's some gems in it that you would like, and stuff in it that you may don't like or whatever. Either way, I just want you to know that as far as I go, BCA and everything, we up here, we talking about actually dating and doing what needs to be done in the dating realm, man. I hope that it's something that you got from this that can help your dating life. And if you have any other questions or concerns, you definitely can put it down in the chat, comment, and you can hit me up on any topics you may have, y'all. But other than that, I'll see y'all next time, bro. I may be on tomorrow, I'm not sure. But if I'm not, hey, y'all gonna see me sometime this week. I'm definitely gonna try to be on this live for an hour. I definitely want to try this out and get better with this, y'all. So peace out, y'all. Hey, y'all have a good day. BCA out.